Hey y'all, Josh McQueen here, Savage Run Ranch Spice Company. We're gonna do a video here on one of my favorites. Really simple but good. This has kind of become more popular recently. Hot dog burn ends. Sort of just a quick, painless version of one of my favorites in barbecue, burn ends, which are a cut that comes off of the big end of the brisket, and it's a favorite of barbecue. Is this exactly that? No. But it's a much less expensive and less time-consuming way to enjoy one of barbecue's best bites, the burn end. So here we go. Binder is real simple. We're gonna take some mayonnaise, throw a little of that down in there. This doesn't have to be super exact. It's just a binder. You'll get a little of the flavor in there, but really not that much. So I'm gonna get some mustard down in there. Come on, mustard, there we go. And then we are going to add, bada bing, bada boom, a little Arbys sauce. Why not? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stir our binder up. Once you got your binder all mixed up there real good, okay, just gonna take a brush and we're gonna start basting and rolling these puppies up. We're just going to go ahead and take a little bit extra right down in the middle so that when we're rolling our seasoning on, sort of like rolling a corn on the cob through butter, got a little extra there to pick up as we're rolling on. All right. The fun part, always my favorite part, why wouldn't it be? We're gonna get the Savage Run seasoning on there. Today, we're using our Savage Run Smoky and Sweet Carolina Barbecue. And it's okay for this to be a little uneven. It's actually gonna give it a little character once it goes into our pan later, once it's all crisped up. Just like you would on a brisket, you'll have places where there'll be a little bit thicker bark from the seasoning and a little bit thinner. So we don't have to go, we just want an all-around coating. It doesn't have to be the most even like I like on, per se, my ribs or steak. All right. Now we're gonna take these guys out to the charbroil and get them crisped up. All right, guys. Let's get these doggies going on the charbroil. Let's see how we're rolling along. Oh, nice. There you go. That's what I want to see. So now I'm just going to switch it a little bit. Put that roll those guys over there where I can see where that burn is and start a new one. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Okay guys, we're getting close. I did have to turn them and go the other way on the grate a little bit because they were curling up on me. So now I'm just gonna check each of them individually for whatever side needs just a little bit more love. That one barely does. But again, I don't want these to be overly consistent because I want to sort of give them that inconsistent bark look that I would have with real burn ends. So that'll be my last turn. We'll get those guys charred up just a little bit more, and then they're coming off the grill and we're gonna get them ready to go into the smoker. Okay guys, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the grill down. And these guys are coming off. Got a nice char. Plenty of my Plenty of my Smoky Mountain bourbon blend spice all charred up on there. That's what we want to see. Go ahead and pack these guys up nice and tight. Probably not going to be able to fit them all. Maybe, because I'm going to cut them on here. There you go. And let's head into the kitchen. Okay guys, hot dogs are off the grill. They've got their char mark. Now it's time to cut them up into our little faux burn end pieces. I think an easy tool to use is this Alaska Nulu. I'm just going to be able to go right through and cut them up. So I'm going to actually stagger them a little so that I get some different size chunks. You don't have to, it doesn't make a difference. I just like the look of it. And that's pretty easy with this Alaska Nulu. Now, I'm going to go right into this. We'll set these guys off to the side. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and take what's left of our binder from earlier and start there. So what we're gonna do is we are going to be using Stubbz. Love my Stubbz barbecue sauce, jalapeno and honey. We're gonna use that. We're gonna throw a lager in there. It can be any lager you want. I'm gonna use this North High Brewing lager. And then we're going to add just a little bit of heat, also through some garlic and habanero sauce from PETA. People eating tasty animals. All right, so here we go. We've already got that in. Woo. Hey, that was fun. Let that lager foam up, why not? I guess I shook that. Got a little on my pants, sweet. Put their beer in there. I'm gonna go ahead and crack. We're gonna go ahead and put some sauce down in there. A lot of sauce. Hot sauce. Much as you like. More heat or less heat. And then a little bit more of our smoky and sweet Carolina barbecue. Whip that all up. And then see where your consistency is. Now, mind you, it's going to be pretty juicy. This is the look that I want right out of the gate. This is actually going to cook down while it's on the smoker. And then towards the end, as this cooks down, cooks off in there, we're going to re-sauce with just the sauce. So we want a good juice for them to sit in. And they're just going to sit out there and stir in our barbecue sort of beer-based juice. All right. Now we'll go ahead and throw our hot dogs in our smoker pan, and then we will add the sauce. And I'm glad that I only went with 3 packs because it's going to line up just the way I want it to. If I'd have gone 4, I'd have had too much. What I want to do is get these guys separated to where they just take up the bottom layer of the pan. So for the pan that I chose today, I might be a little overstuffed, but I'm not in too bad a shape. Get them evened up, because we want them all nice and evenly coated. Now we're going to take our mixture. Woo. Nice. And we're going to go ahead and just spread that all over. And it should look just like that. We're going to cook off as much of this as we can, and we may have to drain off just a little before we get to sauce time. We're probably just going to go ahead and do these at about 225 for about an hour or so and see how much of that we can cook off, and really just let them sit in there and smoke and soak. Let's go. Here we go, guys. Gonna put these in the smoker. They're gonna go on the bottom. You're gonna see that there's also a little rack of ribs in there too. In they go. All right, guys, a big key part of my process for my hot dog burn ends, I've had them soaking for a while now. It's soaking and smoking out there. I'd say a little over an hour or so. maybe more like an hour and a half, I'd say. Now, I've got the sister pan to the other pan. I bought a 2-piece set for this reason and this reason alone. Once they've soaked up all that sort of beer-based moisture with a little bit of barbecue and the base from this morning, we're just going to put the rest of our Stubbz in this pan and a little bit more of our Smoky and Sweet Carolina barbecue, and then they're going to sit in there for about another hour or so until that sort of caramelizes, and they'll be done. So we'll go ahead and add our sauce. The trick I'll show you when we head out to the grill is to sort of roll them around in there so they pick up a little bit more of that seasoning again. And we'll let that sort of caramelize with that barbecue sauce. They're hot dogs. They're already cooked. What we're trying to do now is get at that barbecue mouthfeel and that barbecue taste. So this is going to cut right to the chase with that. We'll let them caramelize, we'll toss them in there, and that's when we'll know they're good and ready to be served. Let's go. Okay, let's make this transfer process quick. Try not, it's okay if I bring a little of that with me. I'm gonna need the moisture content anyway. I just don't wanna get too much. So I've got a big spoon, and I'm just gonna kind of dip it off as I go. Just bringing a little bit at a time. Boy, look at those guys. Get them down in there. I'm gonna roll them around a little bit. We gotta go quick, because I got a lot of other stuff here smoking up. Make sure these are tossed. Got plenty of our sauce, that old Stubbz jalapeno and honey, and that Savage Run Ranch Gold in there, that Chuck Wagon Mesquite. And then we'll try to get them even down in the sauce so that they caramelize. When we come back and they start to get a caramelized look to them, sort of like our spicy chicken we've been working on today, that's when they'll be good and done. All right, guys. I think we should be on schedule here to pull these hot dog burnettes. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for. You can see that it's really starting to caramelize all around the hot dog burn ends, and we have that crispy sort of burnt end texture that you would have, a bark-like texture on the real deal. So let's take these on in and check them out. Let's check out one of these hot dog burnettes. Oh man, look at that. Okay, we're gonna have to come back to that. Those things are piping hot. We're gonna have to cut back to, let's check out one of these. Those things are ripping hot, dude. All right, guys, here's our product. Everything pulled out of the smoker, ready to go. One thing I would say about these for sure, give them a little bit of chance to rest. Let that sauce sort of soak back in and also sort of caramelize. And also, these things were piping hot when we pulled them off. So you can't just toss them right away as bad as you're gonna want to. Let them chill down just a little bit. You can put a little foil over them if you want, let them cool for a half hour or so, or if you want to get right into them, just let them set open for about 10 or so minutes. But I've let this little guy cool off for a little while now. I bet it's still kind of, oh yeah, he's warm. But we're gonna check out these hot dog burnettes. Oh. Man, I got right away, the smoky and sweet is rich. It's a great flavor for us. I love this blend we made. And appreciate you tuning in and watching all this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. TikTok, subscribe to our channel. If you want to go and watch it on the website, or you're watching it on the website, be sure to pick up some of this Smoky and Sweet Carolina barbecue. You'll love it, and we'll see you next time, guys.